can't run from your past.
Hi, I'm Isabella from Geek Culture. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really, really good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Now, Shang-Chi is, he's like a kung fu expert in this movie, and people have been trying to pull similarities between him and legends like Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen and Jet Li. So, do these comparisons keep you up at night?
Do they keep me up at night? I would say no, because I think it's, in a lot of ways ridiculous, because I think each and every one of those people would kick my ass 7 ways to Sunday. They're all such incredible martial artists in their own right, and responsible for some of my favorite martial arts movies of all time, and I think this movie is in so many ways an homage to them, and for me as an actor to be inhabiting a role that is so martial arts driven, very much wasn't like a Jackie or a Bruce or a Jet situation where they were already champion level world-class martial artists. I very much was not. I was cast for my acting ability and for my take on the character, and so I knew that I had my work set out for me. I had to train every single day to get my athleticism and my martial arts to the level where it could be, in brief moments captured on camera and made to feel like really, really skilled.
That was a really, really humble answer. A really humble answer.
Oh, I can't. I would never go up against Jackie or Jet. I mean, those are my idols for sure.
Now, you had to go against the Tony Leung, though. He is like an action cinema legend. So how scary or nerve-wracking was it to lay your hands on him? How was rehearsals like?
Very, very delicate. I think in the beginning I was so nervous of first and foremost hurting him, and B, making him angry, that I was very tentative, and Tony is, wonderful and fantastic and has zero ego about him. Is so gentle and soft-spoken and friendly. But he said, you can really hit me, you really, and I was like, okay, Tony, I'll try. But even then, something in my mind always stopped. It always just stopped me. I just couldn't allow myself to hit any harder. And I think it's just because I respect him so much, and he was, again, very patient, such a joy to work with.
Now you mentioned that, Shang-Chi is kind of an homage to the Hong Kong cinema. And, apart from the fact that he's such a kung fu expert, he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of trauma, in my opinion. So what were some homework that you did in order to deliver all this action and all this heart that you had to bring to your character?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a wonderful question, and thank you for differentiating those two, because I think Shang-Chi is so much more than just a martial artist. He's so much more than just a fighter. I think he's a really fleshed out character, and with like you said, a lot of trauma in his life, but also a lot of other things like the humor, the way that he is with his best friend Katie. I think that's what's part of what makes this character so unique and so three-dimensional. And so obviously there was a physical preparation that I could talk about, the 5-6 hours a day, 5 days a week, stunt training, working on movement and flexibility and speed, and making sure that I could do all the action sequences. But then there was also the emotional work of building this character from the inside out, and who he really is somebody who is hanging on to the trauma of his childhood, and even though he wants so desperately to run away from that and everything to do with his past and his father and that tragedy, he finds himself in San Francisco, where he's kind of just lost and struggling, bearing the weight of his father's expectations and struggling to find out where he belongs in all of this. And so that's something that, I have such a deep resonance with, because I've been in that exact same position. So it was really about building out those things, getting really deep into the shared family traumas, just the frustrations and the heartache that we deal with within our own families, and transcribing that into this character to give an emotionally true performance was very important.